Well, there it is. Everything now collected for so far. But I do want to talk about something else. A video that's kind of amusing to me. And I'll just prove my point. It looks like there are going to be some more videos I'm going to do about Metroid other than the review because I've seen more stupidity coming up with people. So it's kind of going back to the old style of when I used to do videos like this, which is weird. But anyway, so let me get this straight. Now you guys complain. Now I'll admit above. The game has its frustration, but it's a Metroid game. So when I always play the game to know what's gonna happen. But people are crying now that it's too difficult. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. You really can't. And then some journalists were saying that Metroid needs to be more accessible. You need an easy mode. Really? First of all, easy doesn't mean accessible. More accessible is basically making it a way that people go play ways. Funny enough, like how Star Fox is, how my little niece at the time was 10 years old and could play Star Fox Zero on the Wii U, and you guys couldn't do it for some weird reason. One, two. Other M was accessible because of how the Wiimote was. It was very simple to do some of everything, but y'all didn't like that. Funny that works out, huh? Y'all didn't like that. And it's funny now. Remember that little amiibo right there that unlocked the super hard mode on Metroid Return of Samus? Wasn't it a while ago y'all were bitching about, oh, wait a minute. Oh, why Nintendo lock this? Why they lock that behind the hard mode behind that? And now y'all want an easy mode. See, this is why I say you can't win for nothing. You wanted a hard mode. It's behind the DLC thing. Okay. And now that the game is difficult, and I like it like that, because once I beat the thing, it's like, oh man, I feel so good. Once I beat it, it's like, feel great. Difficulty makes the game sometimes in certain games, but it's not super hard, difficult like a Super Meat Boy or whatever. I get that, but it's not like you can't do nothing. And it's weird that people who crying out like they never played Metroid. They're like, yes, you gotta shoot the walls. Yes, if you go to a dead end, that means something is going away. You have to think how Metroid is. There's a bomb, there's an explosion, there's something you gotta shoot to a hidden wall. It's always been a Metroid from the first game up till now. Always. When you came off when you in Metroid and you jump off that elevator and you go right instead of left, at that time back in the 80s when you know you couldn't go left, you went right. You open up the door, you saw that the first thing was like this small and you couldn't go on it. A Metroid couldn't crawl, so you jumped over it and then you came to a dead end. That makes you say, okay, can I go backwards? You went backwards. Then you went backwards and you found the morph ball. And then you figure everything else. Like, Metroid always teaches you how to do certain things. And this game has tutorials. And it shows you stuff, how to do stuff. So it's like, it's so weird how some people are. But here's the funny part, like I said. This was on hard mode. This hard mode was on the lock on there. People bitched about it. Now they want an easy mode. I remember in Metroid Echoes, Prime Echoes, oh, it's too damn hard, and it was hard. I'm gonna give it to you. It was a difficult. That's why in Trilogy, because y'all bitched a lot, what happened? They dumbed it down a little bit. In Trilogy, Metroid Echoes and Trilogy is less harder than in the original one. Ain't that funny how that is? Funny how that works out. Then you got, I'll just talk about it here because I didn't want to do a whole video about it. Then you got David Jaffe acting like an ass. Like, oh, this is bad design. You can't, whatever. You never played a Metroid game, homie. Good enough to grade God of War and all that stuff. Twisted Metal, good for you. But it's kind of weird that you're a game developer. You can't play some games. Where you also becoming like one of those the game media who can play games now. That's what it is. Maybe that. I just noticed something, which is pretty cool. I didn't notice that. But anyway, yeah. Stop that. Why is that so? Y'all, difficulty, not difficulty. Can't do this, can't do that. Like, you guys just complain about every single thing with this thing. And that's why the game always falters. If this might be the last couple of Metroid games for a long time, I'm enjoy it. I'm not gonna be like the rest of y'all bitching and moaning about certain things. Is the game perfect? No. Why I always say there's no perfect games. It has these little things that I don't like about the game as well too. But majority of it got me smiling from ear to ear, from ear to ear. Seriously. And I like how they continued the S from the Return of Samus. See, boom to boom. I like that. I really do like that. So stop being jabronis, alright? Go ahead and enjoy the games. And stop playing around. If you don't like the game because you don't like the game, I can't argue about that. That's cool, whatever. But some of the gripes that some of you guys been doing lately just so stupid. Just like when people was oh, why buy the OLED Switch? It's not needed, blah blah blah. Look at the same people buying the same OLED Switch. I remember one of the guys I used to watch videos a lot about. I ain't last know when I last watched his video, which was Terrell, when he's like, oh, why get a PlayStation 4 Pro? And then blah blah blah, which we said okay, and then he went and bought a PlayStation 4 Pro. Just weird. So y'all go ahead and do what you gotta do. Y'all gonna keep up. Like I said, I need to see some 3 million in 3 weeks. Somebody selling this. Again, I think it's still gonna be the best selling Metroid, but man, this thing better. I mean, this should be like, with all the games going on, all this going on, and this they had no competition. It should be like 10 million. Really, really, if I have to be honest with you, 10 million. Knock it out of the park, guys. And for the people who emulate or whatever, I watch a video with Game Idea. Shout outs to him. Emulation, everybody's like, oh, listen, me, I'm not that. I am different. If it's licensed and it'll be emulated, okay. If it's old or super old game, yes. But I'm not gonna blame the company for not supporting the super old game. Are you doing that for Genesis? Are you doing it for Atari? Are you doing that for Sega? No, you're not. So just stop playing that. Oh, Nintendo's the only one doing this. No, PlayStation didn't do it either. Needed like a Sega as well, or Xbox. So let's not even think that. Now, the part about the emulation is like, yeah, we can't say it's that bad because Nintendo and Sega and Sony and Xbox use emulation. No, it's licensed. It still makes a difference. It's still licensed. I got a problem against emulation. If you want to do an old game, like I said, back in 64 and all that stuff, and again, if they don't want to do it, that's a different story on PC. That's them, because look at the Nintendo selling it right now. But again, they still have the rights for it. If they license it, they license it. If they don't, they don't. I'm not a person who, and stuff. And again, most people are like, oh, they could go out there and buy the game and do this and then do the emulation. I get it when you say Game Idea, guy. Props to you, but most people ain't doing that shit. They just ain't. They're gonna just emulate it and just keep the game. They're not gonna go out and buy the console, then buy the game, and then say, oh, let me put it on my PC. Please, that's too much work. Human beings are lazy. And gamers are no damn different than anything. Just buy the game, alright? And enjoy it. I'm telling you, 4K doesn't make a damn difference with this, the way the art style is. Oh, it's a little bit sharp. Like, I'm playing on the OLED right now, and that thing is good as hell. Like, I'm like, it's alright. It's just as sharp. I looked at a 4K rendering and playing of the game from some people, the emulators. I'm like, the blacks look way better, the darker, the color just more vibrant on the OLED, and if you're OLED TV, now even more better. But PC, nah, it doesn't. But to each their own. As long as you guys just do the right thing, alright? And stop crying, because every second is like that. Oh, we don't have no. It's too hard. It's too soft. It's not. You can't get it right with you guys because you guys keep complaining about stuff. It's what it is. For that, remember, there's no perfect games out there. It's perfect to you, it's not perfect to me. It's perfect to me, it's not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, including PC. Peace out.